Alrighty, so the two topics I'm going to be going over today are web application exploitation and forensics. So first, to start with forensics, many things that you can do in this category are manipulating cookies, and this could be something like as simple as changing an admin cookie to false, from false to true. It'll be one of your exercises.
Okay, take it. Okay. I think I may have gotten the code, so let me see what I got.
This will mostly be HTML based without any need of any brute force tools, but Verb Suite could be a tool that you can use if you're already familiar with.
I just don't.
And this can, what this simple thing can do is just bypass like a simple login without you having to know the credentials. Another thing that is common is
I'm good.
using the network tab.
Yeah, I'm good.
Is it 1:30 is when it's supposed to be done?
This is all in Verb Suite.
So all this will be found in the Chrome development tools when you press F12 and you get the little sidebar to the right. What I recommend doing when you press F12 and get the little sidebar, just open it in a new tab, so that way you're just able to read all the code better.
Stop driving so loud.
And once you use this network tab, you can listen to traffic and find out what the login is using to retrieve either like from an array or database or whatever they're using to compare the password to see if it's right with the username. And you can also listen to packets that contain data whenever you either do an action on the website, and then you can see where it's coming from, and then you can track it, and you can actually pull it up to Wireshark and then analyze it from there. That may be like a hard problem. And also, a big thing is, if you don't already know, reading JavaScript, it's going to be a big thing. This and HTML. With reading JavaScript, you're going to have to mostly reverse engineer to find out how the code runs in order to either retrieve a password or to maybe show a blocked feature in the website. You can look at the code, and then from there you can decide what parameters need to be true in order for you to either bypass or unlock that feature. And then from there you can insert your own code on the console. You successfully reverse engineer it, and then from there it'll grant you access. So knowing a bit of JavaScript or introductory will help, just knowing like PHP, like the different headers and like what they mean compared to like Python and C++, the different variables, what it calls to.
Simple PHP too.
Just like a little bit, because PHP is like most common for like retrieving like information from a database or something.
That's the back of the features, right?
Yeah. Then a more advanced topic is SQL injection. This is going to be for your harder problems. And this is basically knowing SQL commands used for databases and running them in the search query, such as drop table, or even just putting a simple space. When you go to search for names in the database, can reveal you all the names, because with first and last, there's a space in between. So when you search for a space, it'll actually give you it could give you a bunch of names that have a space in between. Simply that. And with SQL injection, you're going to be working with databases and retrieving information from a website that is not supposed to be shown to you, but you kind of manipulate it in a way too. So these will be the most common that you'll go through. Also, a good thing to know is that it's all top 10. This would be a good reference to look at if you're stuck on a challenge or you're not sure how to go about a problem, either in the hard or medium category, as mostly the topics in the NCL try to reflect real world situations. So when you can search this up, this is basically like the top 10 most common vulnerabilities that like not easily attack organization, but are the most common. And then from this, it can kind of steer you in the right general path. Like XPL injection is like one of those. So if you didn't know where to head off to, then you can look at one of these vulnerabilities and try to reciprocate it on your own.
Try having me just released module on all last content.
Oh, really?
It just released like a couple hours ago.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about it.
Yeah, so.
So the only thing with the NCL is that it only has 3 modules. It goes from easy, medium to hard, and it's really kind of teach you like what you need to know, especially if you're coming for a beginner standpoint and you've never been in web development. So today, mainly what we're going to be using is this site called. So this site is going to require you to register on their account, and then basically what it's going to do is it's a very vulnerable website, and it'll take you through a stage of levels, going from basic HTML, just reading code. You know, the password can just be in the body paragraph, but it's just not shown. Instead, it's a comment, so you just have to look through it, and then you just insert the password. Another thing will be like what was it? It was like removing like one of the listeners for a password because they forgot to upload the password file to compare it to, but once you remove it, you're granted access. So think basic things like that. This will take you kind of from a beginner standpoint if you've never really worked with web app exploitation. And then for anyone who finds that site a little too easy or goes through it pretty quick, there's also another one that you can practice on. It's like the same concept. It's called. Go to this website here.
Is it very similar to Exploitation? I think so, but if you combine all, so all the definitions are both the encryption and encryption at the top. And then like they're called, so what you need to do is change this down to where they're called.
Memorized it once, then I went back and it wasn't in my head.
And this website, the second website will actually take you through tutorials where you can actually look up the
I'm
code
lazy about,
on the
like,
front
writing
end and
a lot
see
of
like
things
what
and
vulnerability is causing it to be accessed so easily, and then it'll go through some prompts where you actually have to fix the code yourself. And then it will show you how if you get a little stuck, and if anything, this website is used commonly. You can search through it on GitHub, look for write-ups, and see where people have solved certain areas if you get really stuck.
what is it given? I do have 3. I have 3 printing.
And an automated tool that you can use for this category, it's mostly going to be Burp Suite.
It's a funny name, right?
Yeah. I haven't used this tool much myself. I only just experimented with it a little bit, so I can't really talk about it or go into depth because I haven't really used it myself enough where I can teach others about it. So if this is something that you want to learn on your own, it could help you a lot with the challenges. If you search on GitHub or just in general, just Burp Suite, there's documentation, there's learning paths that people post like all the time.
Track also has a bunch on that.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, I think Hack the Box too. Or you can use. And then that's about it for web application exploitation. There's like so many things that they can do. It's like practice makes perfect. So because there's so much things that you can hide within a website. And yeah, that's about it. These are the two sites that we're gonna be practicing on today. If you want, you could try out the NCO exercises first, but you just might find them a little difficult to go in this straightforward. So now I'm going to talk about forensics. This category is a bit tricky because there's so many tools out there that you use to disguise data, and there's so many questions that they can ask you about. So for this category, they can give you a file, and it usually be like a PDF or just a simple file with no extension. And then this file will actually contain multiple files, whether that be a JPEG, a zip, or even another PDF. And then the ways that we can find this out is by using the tool Benoit.
Should I delete the
So,
comments as well?
Yeah, it's already pre-installed on Linux. So what
Comment.
this tool will do is
Yeah.
it will look for in the file to see any hidden like files or like or zips, and then it'll extract them for you. If you don't know how you use command, you can always zoom in, then walk.
And then I don't know if you want to have.
Or then walk. This is one are gonna be the first tools I use and your go-to, as NCO loves to use this. I've seen this on the practice game, the individual, and the gymnasium. So these are one of the first things that you want to try. But there's also other things like say that they can upload. They can even upload music files or we'll call them audio.
I'm trying to figure out a realistic.
Video. Or even sound waves. And then for these type of challenges, what would be my go-to searching out converters either on GitHub or I would have linked in the cheat sheet. A GitHub that has a lot of tools related to CTFs and specifically forensics, like what they've used and like a bunch of different categories of tools to use in different scenarios. And also a site that we'll be using, which would be really nice, is photo forensics. You search up photo forensics on Google, it should be the first thing that pop up. I'm not sure if it's .com or .org. But for this, you can, so it's mainly image manipulation in which you can just click simple tabs on the website when you upload the image and then see hidden pixels, different color maps.
This is a web app.
Yeah. So no need to download it. Yeah. Let's have you play it. Yeah. So for one of the challenges in the past, I actually had to use a site like this in order to because one of the questions was just a picture, and then from that picture it said find my flag, and then afterwards after it was revealed we weren't able to get it, but what it was is that there are hidden pixels hidden under it. So if you use this tool, upload the image and then click the tab hidden pixels, the flag is posted like right beneath the lyrics. The image was like Taylor Swift singing, and then it had her lyrics, and then the flag was right under that when you use the hidden pixels tool.
You don't use the sleuth kit on Cali? You ever heard of the sleuth kit?
Sleuth kit? Nah.
How about autopsy?
I think I heard of Sleuth kit though, but
Just curious, because I use that with my classes.
I got you. I mean, might have. I'm not sure because I haven't. Forensics wasn't really my category when I was in the team too, so I haven't like done it to where I need like to be searching up tools. So I don't know which tools what the other team member might have used. And also So for forensic scientists, one of the best ways to practice it is just by being exposed and seeing what other people do. So a site that we'd be using to practice is called CTF Learn.
I'm not exactly sure how they do it.
I can check.
CTF Learn.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, it's okay. And this is gonna be a main hub to practice CTF challenges posted by other users. And some other things to note when dealing with forensics, especially with files that you're unfamiliar with that don't have an extension. What you can do is look at the hex file of that file, and then use a command on Linux called xd, and then right afterwards head to the file. And with this, you're basically opening the file contents and seeing the data inside just in a hexadecimal format. And by doing head, you're only looking at the first few lines. And with this, it'll have some hexadecimal posted. And then on the right, it'll translate it for you. And from here, you can find certain words that can lead you to finding out what the extension actually is, such as might be like JPEG. I feel like 07. This is not the exact term for this, but it's just like an example. I don't remember off the top of my head. Once you see this in the file, then you can discern, so this is a GIF file, and then you can change the extension from there. And then you'll be actually able to see like the file, like what it's playing, or maybe the flag is just hidden in the file. You just need to find a way to open it. And if you don't know file signatures, you don't have to memorize them. What you can do is go on.
You
Yeah.
can use the file command, can't you?
What's up?
You can use the file command Linux to find out what kind of file it is.
Yeah, you could use that, but for harder challenges, it won't work. That's the only thing, and it might give you like the wrong what should I call it? Like the wrong extension.
So that's reliable.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But this, like, you're for sure knowing like what you're working with. And if you go on Wikipedia, you can search up file signatures.
This one is a lot nicer. This one is a lot nicer.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could say I wrote it, but I didn't.
And then from here, you'll be prompted on Google or whatever you use. There should be a link that called file signatures on Wikipedia. And then from here, it'll just give you a chart on the most common. And I think all of the file signatures that you encounter when you run this command. And then you'll be able to like tell if it's like either like a PHP, JPEG, JPEG-E,
Go through each one, yeah.
a GIF file, or like maybe a zip file, or a database file, something like that.
Are you gonna stay here?
Yeah, I think I better see here. There might be one person who might be coming.
I'm also gonna be-
So, yeah.
but,
This is mostly called is
If I miss
You
that-
helped me a lot today.
No, but I mean, but, I think I can.
by looking at the first few lines, we can
Okay.
see
I
these.
took my mom.
I think it's like the first two. It's like the magic bytes that you use to
You need some?
like basically like call a file for what it is, and you can even manipulate it yourself if there's some hexadecimal missing to match a file signature. So what you can do is if it's incomplete, you look at the file signature, you notice some characters, or it tells you it's an image. And if there's some missing, you can add it in on your own.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Doing all right. These guys are the real pros.
And then a nice website I like to refer to whenever I'm stuck or need guidance on some challenges is
Why are the class today?
I have my graduate class. That's Thursday. It's not Tuesday.
I just saw him, it's like,
You know, besides your guys' class, he also teaches the.
oh, does it especially teach me the formula and networking at
something.
I don't think so.
Or
I could be mistaken, but I thought that the South networking and the. Maybe it's them. So, yeah.
Hey,
how you
doing, man? Good, how you doing? How's your weekend?
So this site is a nice reference guide, or if you're new to forensics, that explains like different challenges you encounter or encounters in CTF challenges and like the route to go about them.
So I'm gonna go.
And that's about it for forensics. Other common tools that you may use is
Here,
Excel,
let me, what were you guys up to? Mark 4?
the Starlight thing ball,
It was 4, but
and
we had a
tracking
quiz.
files that
We
are
just
either
posted it on
encrypted or have a
on the whiteboard,
password.
and I didn't catch up to this week, just so we had 5 booted.
Oh, okay.
So,
I didn't even notice. So that is all.
Yeah,
That's a Linux command.
yeah, it's a Linux program. And then
I tried to have a conversation with, this is the class that I'm taking.
Oh, yeah.
And I know it's
So maybe it's
pretty,
the direct
I
Maria.
wish there was like
uh,
electric. person.
and then yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so that's about it for forensics and web app. To start off, go to hackthesite.org for web exploitation. And then if you find that a little too easy or you want something harder, you can go to this. This is also a bit beginner friendly, but it goes to intermediate level with reading code and like fixing it. Then after these two, after doing some problems on those, then head over to the NCL to see if you're ready to tackle the easy, medium, hard. Just refer to
Hi,
these
Rini.
topics whenever you're stuck. Or you can just search up this, so because they may use common vulnerabilities. And with SQL injection, just make sure to search up SQL cheat sheet.
You have to know frameworks for this, like Node or.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so.
Oh my Jesus.
And yeah, but the for forensics, there's only two problems on forensics in the what should I call it? The gymnasium. So by using CTF learn, you'll get a lot of problems that people have. So try for forensics, try the NCL gymnasium exercises first and then go on CTF learn. If you find like those are too easy. And yeah, that's about it. And then while you guys work on that, you guys need help, just let me know.
You did all the challenges already?